command functions are offline.
Romulan ale? Why, Bones, you know this is illegal.
I only use it for medicinal purposes.
Are you insane? Splendid, Captain. You're a veritable fountain of good ideas.
More. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the EXO Chat Live. As you can see that with that amazing video, we are this evening talking about Q Forward, the Cuchulain virtual 10 Forward, which took place after the lockdown, which began almost exactly a year ago. And I have a few Q Forwarders here joining me this evening to talk about Q Forward, what it's meant to them, how it's helped them get through the year. I think we'll start with our very own Guinan, who started the whole thing off. So welcome first and foremost, Anne Grace. Hey Anne, how you doing?
Everyone.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Very good, very good. We'll just bring in the rest of the guys here, and then I'm going to ask you, Anne, how, what on earth made you to start this off? You know what I mean? Because seriously, I mean, the whole lockdown thing started, and I think almost straight away we had the Q Forward up and running. So let's get the guys in and we'll get started on that. So ladies first, I will bring in Nikki. Hey, Nikki, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Not too bad, man, not too bad. And next up in my list here is Andrew. Hey, Andrew, how are you?
Hello.
All the Q Forward lads, and we'll go to Jerry.
Hey, guys. How are we all
Jerry.
doing?
Excellent. And Andy, how are you?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Brilliant. Well, guys, thanks all for joining us. As I was saying earlier, we're talking about Q Forward, how it started, what it meant to us all. So we'll go to Guinan first of all, and we'll ask her to go.
What was I thinking? I was thinking I'm never, ever going to get through this lockdown on my own. I'm a social creature. I need interaction. So I was thinking, what better way to stay in touch with everybody all around the country, and as it happens, all around the globe, but by maybe using the tools that we've just kind of had landed in our lap, because we've all had to work remotely. We've all had to suddenly leave our offices and start Zoom calls and team meetings and everything day in, day out. And I thought, yeah, we're going to have to use this for a bit of fun, because otherwise we're all going to kind of go spare. Yeah. So basically, we'd already had something similar from the start of January last year, when we watched the first episode of Picard in the Teachers Club, which was one of the last big events that we had, where we were all together in person.
Not that we knew that back then.
We didn't. We actually didn't know that it was the last time we would all be together, really.
Yeah.
So basically, when the first season of Picard dropped, we were kind of going, yeah, it's episodal. We each week there's going to be a new episode. We need to talk about it. We need to kind of do something. So between Jerry, Andy, myself, and Pat, we started what became known as the Cheeky Feckers. And
Aptly named. Yeah.
I was just going to say, that was apt.
so aptly named because there's a very cheeky southern fecker there. And so we met every week, and we'd share a screen. We tried to sync our videos. We didn't know a thing about Zoom. We didn't know a thing about anything. And yet every week we kind of had these little kind of meetings where we'd, basically chat about the week and everything. Yeah. And then, of course, March happened. And at the beginning of March, I got the drop on everybody because obviously everybody knows at this stage, my daddy passed away. And my daddy was the lifeblood of Star Trek for me because, like, he was so synonymous. He gave me Star Trek. And all through my life, him and Star Trek have been as one for me. So with my daddy passing and the last episode of Picard airing in the same week, I was like, oh my, I'll never cope. I'll never cope without the cheeky feckers, without having something to look forward to. I still can't watch the last episode of Picard. It's too emotional, but because it felt like I was saying goodbye to Daddy again. And then I said, I need something. We need something. And I said to the guys, Jerry and Andy and Pat, I said, really, we should do something. Even if we're only going to be doing it for 6 weeks, we should use the Zoom because, like, obviously, I had access to it, and I said, well, we should be doing something on Zoom, maybe, and if we tie it into Facebook, we put a note up and we say, look, listen, we're going to have a little chat. We're going to, maybe have a night out, Saturday night. We can't go out. Let's have a few drinks. A virtual pub. Oh, look at this.
This is the thing, isn't it? Like, because we've been so used to over the last, God knows how many years since we've been doing our movie nights and doing our party nights and going to DCC and doing there were so many social aspects to what we were doing in the club, and then all of a sudden there was nothing. You couldn't do any of it, and we were completely locked down. And, so having something at the very least where people can still sort of, not physically but at least virtually, see each other and meet up and have a chat and communicate and feel as if they're still a part of something.
Exactly.
Was very important, and it was fantastic to that you were able to get Q Forward up and running, as it were. Interesting question, like 10 Forward. Why did you choose the name Q Forward?
Q Forward. That was actually very easy because we were outside of normal time and space, so we were in the Q continuum because we were actually, we weren't able to do what we normally would do. So if you take that Star Trek reference, the Q continuum is outside of normal time and space. So what happens there is irrelevant when you go back to normal space, but you carry the memories with you. It's like the Nexus to a degree, but you don't leave anything behind. You just gain more. So when we go back to normal space and time and we start meeting, in person again, we're going to be taking this with us. And everything we've learned about each other and everything that we've actually, come to care about for each other, we're going to be taking that back into real time and back into real space. So Q Forward, because it was 10 Forward, obviously the bar aspect, it's a virtual bar. But because it's Q and we're outside normal space, that's why it was Q Forward. So, and obviously you have to queue to go forward these days anyway, because there's always that 2 meter. So it's kind of a play on words as well. So it works on many, many levels. And of course, who is the master of fun in Star Trek, The Next Gen? Q.
You.
And who raises anarchy and chaos and mayhem on a daily basis. Every time he shows up, it's Q. So
in other words, as Jerry was saying earlier, it was aptly named.
Oh yeah.
I volunteer as Q. Yeah.
I mean, when we are chatting and we're having a bit of crack and whatever it is we're doing, the alcohol isn't virtual.
No.
We can still have the real deal there,
Yeah.
But that's brilliant, Dan. And like, I mean, it's made a big difference to a lot of people, So we'll go around some of these regular Q forwarders here and ask them like what it meant to them at the start, when we kicked off. So on my screen next across from you, Anne, is Nikki. So I'll go to you, Nikki, first. What about yourself when this all kicked off?
Oh man, when this all kicked off, I started off in March. See, for those of you who don't know, I work in healthcare. So first thing that I was faced with kind of was the pharmacy and COVID. And obviously for me that was like, pharmacy is busy enough as it is, but when that kind of hit, it was sort of like the work ramped up 90%. I was on my own. It was me and another pharmacist, and that was it. That's all we had. We only had half a team, and so everything was pretty kind of heavy at the time, and it was very in your face, and I was very overwhelmed and kind of keeping it together, and I was like, right, okay, we gotta deal with this. I mean, for me, it was probably the first real, how would I say, major life event, if you know what I mean, like global life event that probably really kind of in my lifetime, if you know what I mean. So like, I mean, we had 9/11, but I was only a teenager when that happened. So this was the first big major thing maybe for me, I suppose. So it was kind of like, how am I going to deal with this? And for me, it was just work. And in the first 2 weeks or so, I realized I'm exhausted. And then I heard about these guys doing this fun thing, and they were like, I was like, I really missed the social aspect of the Cuchulain, because I loved going to the cinema, and I used to live for those little meetups, and because you guys came into my life at a time when I lost a lot of friends, and I joined the Cuchulain to make new friends, and so I missed you guys terrible, and I was like, right, how am I going to do this? How am I going to deal with this? And so I said, well, come along to Q Forward, and I was like, right, okay, I'll give it a go. I've never used Zoom. I've never used any of this stuff. I'll give it a go. And the rest was history. It was just so much fun. Like the crack. Like, what happened to be done at this point? Like, and I just it became my social. It became my Saturday night out. It was my Saturday night out now, and my midweek bit of crack. And all of a sudden, it basically accelerated my involvement into Cuchulain for tenfold, because I would have been involved in a few things, but maybe I would have done like the bridge crew and things like that. But because of work, I couldn't always attend all the events. So like that, this gave me very much a hands-on involvement. And I know Jerry and Andy and Zap will vouch for this too, that all of a sudden we found ourselves kind of knees deep in this thing. Like we really wanted to get involved in everything, and we had all these crazy ideas, and we're like, how can we make this fun? And some craziness has ensued.
Those ideas, didn't they?
Oh, stop. It started with Jerry and his lip sync battle. And
there was more than that. There was more than that.
Yeah, and then he spawned one idea, then I came up with this other idea, and then Andy came up with another idea, and then it was like, how can we keep pushing the bar further and further? And it's shocking what you can do on Zoom.
It is amazing.
It is
with
what you can get up to on Zoom. Like you would never of a million years imagine what you get up to in a virtual bar. And the crack it has helped me personally, mentally. I think I suffer with a bit of personal. I do suffer a bit of depression and anxiety, and for me, it was something. It was a good therapeutic release. It was just something that I could just switch off from real life, and it's been hugely important for me. And there's been a few, I think, emotional moments in Q4 when we've just been talking, or you'd have a few drinks and you get this sort of gin wag, and you're like, I really and it's like, how can we keep pushing the.
Yeah. I think that's brilliant, Nikki. It's great, that even after the very beginning, it's meant so much to a lot of people, so we'll definitely explore more of that. Thanks for that, Nikki. I'll go down now to Andy. And
okay.
What about yourself, Andy, from the beginning there?
Yeah, so as many as you know, I mean, ever since I've joined the Cuchulain 2 years ago, I've been heavily involved in everything. I've done the cons, I've done the movie nights, I've done all that. So obviously when this whole pandemic hit a year ago, I work in an office in the city centre for an IT company. And obviously just to give a bit of context, we were actually quite prepared for it. We had done a trial run the week before lockdown hit, where we'd worked from home, and it went quite well, but it allowed us to iron out the creases. So I mean, Friday the 13th March 2020 was the last time I was in the office. So I live at home with two elderly parents who both have health issues. So you can imagine this made me quite anxious. So I basically virtually became a recluse for a month. I didn't go anywhere. I went out to the shops or whatever because I was terrified that I would catch the virus and give it to my parents, who, I don't think they would have survived. So, I mean, the likes of Q Forward was really, really helpful because of the fact I was stuck at home. I couldn't go out. And as I said, so Jerry and Pat, obviously, because we'd done these kind of things before, it made sense to do that. And it's helped me immensely. It's really, it's helped me mentally, and just seeing everyone every Wednesday, every Saturday, it's really improved, and then there's just the crack with the lip syncs and the costumes and stuff. It's, there's a bit of, ingenuity and, what can you do in your own home? Locked kind of thing,
creating new isn't it?
Yeah, and as well as that, we've gotten to know like people who we probably never would have met, virtually, like the likes of John and some of the guys, David, and there's quite a few. So I mean,
Michael as well.
Yeah,
Russell, all those guys from the States.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I probably would have never.
You wouldn't have had a chance to really meet them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, that's been great, and like it's just been fantastic, and I've loved being part of every bit of it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Andy. I'm going to come to Jerry next, but just before I do, there was a question asked there.
I just answered. Yeah, I've
actually got to the answer rather than the question. But the question was, how does the crewman get involved in this awesome madness? Thanks, Gillian. Pretty much, I think, Anne, you put up a post every Wednesday and Saturday, don't you?
Wednesday and Saturday. Yeah.
All you have to do is PM Anne and
you just add me at the bottom, and it automatically sends me a notification. I add you to the messenger chat, and then from there, every Wednesday and Saturday, the link to the Zoom chat is put into the messenger chat. It's like a two-step kind of authentication. You have to be in the chat to get the Zoom log on details. And that prevents, Zoom bombing and all the usual.
Yeah, as we've seen with so many large Zoom parties that over the last year, they do get hacked, Sorry, Jerry. I just wanted to answer that question, and we'll acknowledge a few people a little bit later. But I'll go to Jerry next. So, Jerry, for yourself at the beginning, how was it for you?
Yeah, I suppose we had our cheeky feckers, and we'd been watching McCard up to that. And it wasn't just the four of us watching McCard, it was actually a conversation afterwards. Yeah. We'd be on Messenger on a phone call, the four of us. And I mean, we'd be on the phone for an hour, maybe two.
Yeah.
And I mean, this conversation, I kind of as you know, I work in pennies, and I do I'm a reenactor as well, and I'm involved in other stuff as well, I'm also, with work, I'm in a sort of ad hoc kind of committee where we organise things for Paddy's Day and Valentine's Day stuff in store, and when we do charity stuff for Peter House and stuff like that, and it's mostly dressy up stuff, and I suppose I'm a bit of an ideas man. I kind of bounce stuff off, and Picard had finished, it started, and then Anne made contact with me and the other three as well, or the other two as well, and I was kind of dazed at this for a start, and then I said, yeah, why not? I kind of I'd heard of Zoom things starting with other people and stuff like work and that as well. And I said, we'll try. We all knew one another anyway. We'd all been to cons together. We'd all been to DST, and we'd all been to Armagh together. So it's not like we were going on with your people that you work with or something like that. You're going on with friends, family even, family. And that was easy. So it was much more relaxing, and I suppose I had been Zoom chatting, and there was a few Zoom chats with work and stuff like that, but it never really got off the ground because it was people you work with, not people you're friends with, not people you do stuff for fun with, There was the difference. We had the difference straight away. We all knew we were all a crew, I suppose, basically. And it started, and Anne started pitching, do you have any ideas? Like, and I was going, I'll think of something. And I thought of, the first one I thought of, the first 2 or 3 of them were Universe, that, and a couple I robbed. I must admit that.
Finally admitting that.
Primark in Manchester were doing a lip sync battle, and that fell apart. And then Mary Street tried it in Dublin, and that fell apart. And our one was the only success. I have actually, on the Zoom chat with work, I've sent pictures of us and myself in costume, like Disney, Trek, my World War I stuff. And I was on Zoom chat a couple of weeks ago with my line manager and my store manager, and the first thing they said to me was, are you still doing that Zoom chat with the Star Trek crowd? I said, of course we are. The bingo I also robbed off, but their bingo was slightly different. But and I think that's why I was drawn to it, because it just worked, It worked because everyone was in it. Yeah. We had new members. We had members from the States. We had members from the UK. And we had people hopped on and hopped off and back on again. Maybe it wasn't for them. That doesn't matter, But I found out that it was like coming into everyone's living room or bedroom on a Saturday night, And as Andy said and Nikki said, something I look forward to, I think there's very few I've missed since the started, But I'm still searching ideas. It's a bit flat at the minute, but something will come up, this thing was unexpected and it just took off. And I think if you just keep it simple and don't over exaggerate and don't put too many rules into it and everyone has to be sort of put on mute, and it's the banter. It's the banter that keeps us all together. It's the actual banter. Like, how many times have we had come on at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, whatever, we've talked for 1, 2, 3 hours?
Oh,
easily.
And the conversation seems to flow, and we have our, I suppose, we have our anti-Zoomer, Marcus. Not live the Town Empire, yeah. But I know, it's just
Burnham's biggest fan.
It just seems it is, The lockdown is going on, but I mean, long may Q4 will continue, right? Because I think it's our anti-lockdown protest. Yeah. It's always saying like "fuck you, COVID," and I'm pardon my French. No. We're not lying down and taking this.
Do not swear, Gerard.
Yeah, we are the best crew in the fleet. We are the best crew in Region 20, and we are the best crew, full stop. And we know we are, and each and every one of it is, and each and every one has contributed or not contributed or turned up, or sang a song or did a limerick or whatever is basically worth their salt. Everyone has contributed. Even by just turning on your screen and sitting down and saying nothing,
Yep.
I've said it to other people and other people that I know, and outside of this, and who know nothing about Trek and know nothing about Cuchulain, and they're just amazed, and you keep it going. We keep it going, and just puts up the link, and we run it. That's basically it. I'm just going to say fair play to Anne for even thinking of the idea, and I don't think anyone else was part of it. She deserves all the praise she gets, and she doesn't take it, but she, it's well deserved and well honored, But no, I'm just it's just for me, it's something that's part of my existence now. Do you know the way? Just like a Cuchulain and the family, Trek has always been there. All the other stuff I've been interested in. We tried some World War II Zoom things, they didn't work. We tried some reenactor stuff. I tried some other stuff that didn't work. This does. I don't know why. Maybe just we're all crazy. Maybe we're not. I don't know. I'm going to shut up now because I can go on for another 2 hours. I can probably interject again. But it doesn't matter because it's all positive. And I think everyone out that's listening here tonight, and I think everyone that's contributing, the guest speakers and all that, are all in a positive place. And Q Forward is a positive place. The next is
well said, Jerry.
Anyway. Yeah. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I just say, thanks again to everyone. Everyone helped me as much as I helped in a small way. I helped everyone else. I know you all loved the lip sync. I know you're all delighted with that, but I mean,
every other idea you've had, Jerry, you know this.
Yes.
Hey, I know this. Stop! No, my head's not wide enough for the screen. Hang on, no. But no, I just said thanks everyone. I think you forward the quizzes, even Frank's quiz, like the movies, or even Frank's movies. Yeah,
No.
it's great. Like I mean,
Music quizzes, you mean?
Oh, it's just
they're great now.
They were.
They are
it's
fantastic.
yeah.
I love how
Not
everybody.
so much, but
Yeah.
Like I mean, I just I suppose I get overwhelmed sometimes, when like last night we come off with good night quizzes and stuff like that, good bit of banter, a bit of crack, Marcus at the end, you get a bit overwhelmed, you just how fortunate I am to have met people like yourselves, Like I went over to DST, I met Frank in where was it, Listowel, and we were dancing to the Trek song, and we were all in World War II gear. And I just said to Frank, "Are you the Cuchulain?" And he said, "Yeah, you're in." And I met you all at DST, like, and here we are.
Like how me and Andy met. We were at DCC, and Andy was the first person I met because I walked over. I was in my Beyond uniform, and I saw him sitting I went into the Cuchulain. It was the talk at DCC.
It was the talk, yeah.
Yeah, and I just saw Andy sitting there in the uniform. Went, "You're on a bus." I was like, "Hi, Andy."
I think we have an invisible aura, like that we just sort of, oh yeah, you're one of us, yeah. But no, it's just like
He's having problems, Anne. I think he's having computer problems. He said, yeah. So he said,
just keep talking, so.
Okay, Jerry. So you've Zap. How did you come into it? Because it's been a while. I know how you came into it, but I mean,
well, my first encounter with the madness was on the Terry Farrell night.
Yes.
And that was a great night, and then bumped into some mad Egypts up the front, getting a load of photographs, and they're all in the same uniforms. Ooh, I like that. So I had a chat and was collectivized instantly. Came along straight away then to the Teachers Club and the parties, and just went from there. And I see our Q Forward nights as having 2 Cuchulain parties every week. Because, like, same with yourself, Nikki, like I suffer from depression as well. But when I come on the Tuesday and Saturday, it's like you're getting a huge booster each night that keeps you going.
Yeah, it's that little bit of.
With the lockdown not going anywhere, you need every bit of joy in your life that you can get. And this does it for us.
It does.
And I came in being simple, thinking that Q Forward was a good play on things because our little Nova class only has 8 decks. So we didn't have a deck form.
It's definitely a virtual deck anyway.
And then I found out that we're the most overpopulated, overworked,
That's exactly it. But I mean, it what amazes me about and it really shouldn't. It just impresses the heck out of me. Really, is how talented everybody is and how invested everybody is in doing things with the Q Forward. Like, from the quizzes. Now there's fiercely competitive quizzes, which I love. I absolutely think they're brilliant. We use Kahoots, which is amazing. It's very simple. Now, if we think about going back to where we started when we were doing the original ones, and you should send me in screenshots of your answer sheets.
Pen and paper.
Thank God for Kahoots is all I can say, because it makes things. Oh my God!
I brought props.
Looks like there's loads of momentum somewhere. Loads of momentum.
So many mementos.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I got my computer froze and I got kicked out there, so I'm glad to see
no problem.
Going while I was trying to get that sorted. So did we move to Andrew and his first?
Yes, Andrew's done his now. We've done everybody. Where they came from, how they came on, and so highlights are next. I think.
I think they are. Yes, yeah. So we'll go around again. Yeah. So Anne, as Guinan, you started the whole thing. What's your highlight or highlights? There's definitely more. There's definitely more than one, isn't there?
There's definitely more than one. My highlights I've had. There's so many highlights this year. My top 3 are definitely the summer party, which was our first attempt at a virtual summer party. Now we shamelessly stole the idea from the MSG and from Robbie and love you Boimler and
hey Boimie.
So it was really wonderful, having the summer party. And then I have to say, building on that, the Christmas party was just jaw-droppingly amazing. I was fangirling that whole night. And we all know why I was fangirling. And I've just been recently reviewing, because I actually videotaped the night, but I haven't been able to touch it because of time constraints. But at the moment, I'm working on editing the video. But we did have a special guest that night.
Big shout out to the CEO for that.
That was just so unexpected, and it was wonderful.
Yeah.
So I loved that. That was my second top 3 highlight. I have to say, having everybody on Q Forward get me in December, and I have to give props to Pat for that. Pat, my other half, also Q Forward, the legend that is Pat. The night that they actually gave me that.
She cried.
That is pride of place on my wall. That literally is on my wall of fame in my sitting room. My children are all around it, but that's it. That was just amazing. Just to have everybody do this, make it, and then I hadn't a clue. Not a breeze, and everybody was on, and I was like, "Oh, lads, it's so caring, so thoughtful, so generous."
Well deserved.
They're crying again.
Yeah.
I probably would. I literally would but it was just the fact that he put on his Starfleet uniform to give it to me. It was like so cool.
Excellent.
I'm not gonna lie, that was just, those moments that you have when you're a girl and you're like, yeah, you get me, Nikki. You get me. Guys, you all can just talk amongst yourselves. We're having a moment. But I have to say,
Girl talk.
But that's what I'm saying. We have a safe place. We can do this. That's what Q Forward is. It is a safe place to talk. If you're not having a great day, come in, have a moan. We get it out. And honest to God, we'll have you laughing in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes.
But
we try.
if you're feeling like you just need to vent, or if you're feeling like, this is never ending, come in. Come and have a drink with us. And honest to God, I tell you, it's like literally taking a step out of reality. But those are my top 3. And we'll probably go back to my second one in a while, because I have a bit of the video to show for you later if you want. But those are my top 3. But there's so many.
Okay, very good. Nikki, we'll go to you next. So we'll do a top. Seeing how Anne started the whole thing, we'll do a top 3 highlights.
Okay. Definitely had to be the lip sync battle was one of them. That was great crack. I originally got kicked out in the first round because I got beaten by the marvellous Pete. You're right. And then I became... I think it was the captain's wild card, and I was chucked back in head first into it again. It ended up being
there somewhere.
Oh, stop! I got kicked. I was like, oh, okay then. I was like, he dragged me back in, kicking and screaming, and then it ended up being myself, Michael, and Antoinette in the final, and Antoinette just you'll see some of that later as well, and she just knocked it out of the park. She's unreal. That girl is but cosplay queen. But so well deserved. So there's that. So I was more than happy to bow in my head in defeat to that queen of a lady. Second would have to be getting the Essex star from the lovely John Hardy. That made me cry a little bit. That was my moment to cry. that was just a lovely acknowledgement for me, and it was really important to me for him to say, just for working on the front line and doing my job. And I'm just like, I'm doing my job, guys. And he's like, yeah, but and the death. There's so much. There's just so much. Definitely, probably. I can't pick just one. I would say definitely. Yeah, the Christmas party was amazing too. That was pretty amazing. There's just so much. I can't just go with 3 things. You know what I mean? If I started going, I won't stop. But yeah, there's my top 3 anyway.
Brilliant. Thanks, Nikki. Okay, Andy, what about yourself?
Like Nikki, I was just thinking there's been so many moments. But I suppose if I was to go with a top 3, I suppose would probably be. I didn't personally take part in it, but the lip sync battle was just brilliant. Just watching all the guys do their videos and voting on them, that were fantastic. The second one would probably be, I'd say, the Christmas party. That was fantastic. But for me, the real highlight was I turned 40 in September of last year, and it was a particularly shit week. I don't know what, excuse me language. I wasn't feeling great, but I came on that Saturday night and the guys threw me a little 40th birthday party, and it just really cheered me up.
That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, it's like that's exactly those nights are exactly the reason why Anne started Q Forward.
Yes.
For anybody who's not had a great day or just feeling a bit down, or because let's be honest, we've all had one or two of those days in the last 12 months. But yeah, I mean that's like for me that was really that, and it really cheered me up. So it's been fantastic.
Brilliant. Jerry, what about yourself? Top 3?
Yeah, I suppose they're hard to pick, really. I suppose to be same as Andy. I suppose the lip sync battle. Not just because I came up with it or robbed it or whatever. It's just the amount of effort that was put in. Not just by people that you sort of expect would make an effort, but I mean, you had people there that really came out of themselves. Unexpected, really. Like, I'm not going to name names because everyone was valued in every what they did. But people you thought would never pick up a guitar or stand in front of a microphone or do a dance or whatever. It was amazing like that. As I said, and the resourcefulness. I suppose people in lockdown find stuff like that to do. And that was really the lip sync battle was really important for me. And I suppose the fact that it was kind of coming on and do sort of a bingo and people chatting and stuff like that. Sometimes the nights, it wouldn't be 100%, but it was something for everyone to look forward to. If you kind of know what the drift I'm coming from, that in 2 weeks' time you were doing this, or you're going to the next round, you had to invent something and think of something. And I suppose for myself personally, then the second one would be the awards night. I suppose getting the Pike Award, for realizing it was wrong and keep doing it anyway. Yeah, really special, like and then get a second one, and then same way and then get a third, and still have the resentment over that.
There's still time.
I'm kidding. I wanted 4, and I suppose my top one was the Christmas party and Max. I mean. Come on, like we're in Zoom, like, and all of a sudden, like, I mean, obviously a hero to everyone, and me being a big DS9 fan, like, I mean, and I just, and it's just, he's pressing the buttons. I love you all, good boy. I mean, it's just.
It was great because he's not a big fan of technology, isn't it? Like, so
no.
And he's an engineer, it's just the funny side of it. Having only watched the DS9 documentary about 2 weeks beforehand, like, and seen him singing with Jeffrey Combs and Cork, I mean, it just put a smile on my face for about 3 days. And that's what a lot of these things to do with Q Forward. As I say, I am on other Zoom thingies, like, but none of them are like this. And it's not because we're Star Trek fans. It's actually got nothing to do with that. I'd say if we were all, say, I don't know, Leinster fans or something, like, you all share the Kevin Bond, it's just the camaraderie that we have, this kind of. Everyone gets on with everyone,
Yeah, well, my drama last night,
Oh, hilarious! Every few minutes.
I stay out of drama. I see enough drama and work, I stay out of it. But no. I
Thanks for
suppose
that, Jerry.
that's for me, really. Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely. What about yourself, Andrew? Top three?
I think my first one would probably have to be the first time I ever took part in the toy show drinking game.
Oh my God!
forgot about that.
I missed that one. I just sick or something. Yeah, I missed that
Oh
one.
my God! You were
There was a few sore heads after that, but like the crack that everybody was having that night, where something that jumped like the one free to everyone in the audience, take a drink.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, take a drink.
I want to know who had the one, like every time they mentioned the word Thai, take a drink.
It probably was.
We were just taking drinks at the end. Like, I think we lost the run of ourselves completely.
And then we all started chipping in money then to the
Oh yeah.
the charity thing.
Funds, yeah.
Oh, was it over 3 million on the night before the show had finished?
I think so. Yeah.
Unreal. And we were all part of that, and we're all a bit spliffy and cheering ourselves on.
We
might have another drink to go with it. The second thing for me would be more an ongoing one. Our discussions of the different TV shows that we've watched and the movie reviews that we're doing now. You have 10, 11 people come on each time, and there's a different aspect that everybody picks up. Like, no two people have the same insight about it, and that just causes mad discussions. And then like when we were watching WandaVision, episode, we all had different theories how it was going to go.
So wrong.
Yeah.
So wrong.
Then we started talking about the history of it, like going back to our childhood days with our growing up with the comic books or the TV shows, the cartoons, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then that links in then with our movie reviews, because we all go, oh yeah, that was a great movie, and I've got this, and somebody goes and takes something off the wall. So, but I think the other highlight then was when it came along. And
Hands up in the corner there.
For the quiz. And since then, this mad bunch of Egypts have brought me an awful lot out of my shell. Like, I was always, quiet, sitting back. But now, because of these, I volunteer now for a few other things. Like, I've volunteered to help Anne out with the lip sync battle this year.
Yes.
I volunteered to collate the stepper, my little step program for things that Richard Sam started. But
Yes.
I'm from Cuchulain, and I know everybody every day, give me your step count.
Speaking of which.
And then that leads on to the eye rolls from everybody. That, oh yeah, look, Zap is winning the Coots quiz again. So I started doing up the quizzes.
Yes.
And now I'm getting on because people are going, that's too hard of a question.
Yes. He's like the chief quiz master extraordinaire.
Master General.
Yeah.
There should be a special rank created in Starfleet for Quizmaster.
I do throw in a few questions from QI.
You do?
That kind of a thing, like the one they had. When did World War II officially end? And everyone's got that answer not right.
Language, Jerry.
When the answer there is it was 1990.
Yeah.
Because technically there was no Germany until then. It was divided up actually just before the war finished into East and West. So technically a country called Germany didn't stop the war until it was reunited in 1990. So that kind of thing sent everybody off into convulsions, and that's not right. I want points back.
That's not true.
Inquiry.
Yeah.
There was my mean quiz where none of the pictures correlated to.
For myself,
like,
now,
so I did be really mean.
if I was to do a top three, first and foremost for me would be the fact that it's enabled us to continue, the whole ethos of what Cuchulain was about, like, and you know, the social aspects of who we are, being able to meet up and chat and have quizzes and do all the different activities that Q Forward has done. Like, you know, it's enabled us to virtually continue what we're all about. Like, you know, and to me, that's just fantastic. Secondly, is definitely the lip syncs. Like the creativity that went into that whole competition, like, is unbelievable. Like, you know, I think, Anne, you've got a video of something on those that you can
maybe the winner here. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. We'll put that up. But,
even more.
Before we do that, I just what was your other two, Jared?
Okay, so the first one was the fact that, you know, it's enabled us to continue the whole ethos of what we are. The lip syncs was the second, and there's been some fantastic parties, fantastic activities, but like everyone else, the Christmas party certainly stands out.
Yeah.
You know, it was such good crack, you know, and then on top of all that, you had Max joining us, you know, and just, you know, being a part of it, like, you know, it was absolutely fantastic. You know, John did a great job as compere and
he did
fielding the questions and all of that, like, and it was just a really fun night. And I you know, having said that, I'm gonna have to put in a fourth one, and the fourth one is just the fun that comes from it all around. You know what I mean? The fact that
it's just every week.
You know, you know, you just come out and you go, oh, that was fun. I really enjoyed that. And like even, you know, when Andrew mentioned the Wednesday nights and the assessing all movies or assessing all the TV shows and hearing everybody's opinions, and, you know, something that one person absolutely loved, another person really didn't like, you know, and it just shows just how diverse we all are. Shows how diverse we all are, but we can still sort of, you know, disagree and have fun.
And it's a friendly discussion as well. Like there's no.
Nobody's rude to anybody or anything like that. Like,
it's respectful.
Yeah.
I mean, or anybody from the it's really magnanimous of me, like, you know. So there you go. Sorry, Anne, what do you want to say there?
No, I'm going to share that video with you now.
Please do.
For the Christmas party. Here's the intro. Now, so, Jonathan?
Yes, I'm here.
Would you like to introduce our special guest?
Sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, if I can find him in my screen. He's just logging in right now. Would you please welcome, his audio is connecting, Mr. Max Grudenchek to the Zoom chat.
Hey,
Max.
Hey, Max.
Max.
Welcome.
Hello, Max. Hello. Hey, Max.
Welcome.
Bottle of schnapps here.
I love that.
One bottle or...
Oh my goodness.
Nothing's changed,
Max. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yes.
How are you? Welcome to the USS Cuchulain Christmas party.
You can see me. You can see me, huh? Wow.
Can you see us? Can you hear us? Okay. Is the audio for you good?
You are excellent. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody should speak. Anne, you.
Yes.
Anne Grace, say something.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, very good. Alan O'Shea, say something.
That's me, Max. Hi, Max. How are you doing?
Good. John, we have the Whalens. The Whalens, say something.
Hi, Max. How are you?
Everybody's good. So
excellent.
Merry. It's a Christmas party. Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Max.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh,
it's a pleasure to have you here. Like, you know,
amazing.
We'll yeah, I don't know when we'll be traveling again, but this is
Now, what do you think of that?
Yeah,
so many memories.
So many faces, huh?
Yeah, I think all the faces there.
Look at all the faces.
I think it was like 3 screens, wasn't there, that night?
There were 3 screens that night. There were 4
there was,
Yeah.
And I got to ask the first Q&A question.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it about World War II?
No, actually, I
Was
asked,
it about World War II aircraft? Yeah.
I asked him how would Rom have dealt with the COVID, and would he give away the vaccine free or would he sell it?
Oh.
So, and that he came back that he said he would have given it away. He said, probably just to annoy Quark.
Excellent. Yeah, no, I mean, again, it was a great night and definitely one of the highlights of what Q Forward has offered over the last year, you know. But again, it's just one of the many things that Q Forward has done over the last
We
year.
have Doug Drexler that night as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had amazing ones.
Yeah,
It's hard to believe it's been a whole year. Like, it feels like 5 minutes.
Really does.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Seems like we just started and we, you know, or we've been doing it for years, one or the other. Does anyone get that kind of?
Yeah.
Like we've been doing it for 5 or 6 years.
Well, we've been doing it for a year, Jerry, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the statistics don't lie. Yeah. We're up to 100 Zoom chats now next Saturday.
Oh, God.
Which, in a year where there's only 52 weeks, beggars belief.
That's
yeah, I still
those Wednesdays talking about those classics.
It does.
Like the land that time forgot.
I forgot.
I think we should get a campaign medal or something like that, like, you know, like.
Oh,
You know?
geez, that was an experience.
That we sat through it, Jerry, you mean?
Yeah. I served in the Dominion War in Q4, yeah.
Whew. Classic.
I know we've got our patches and our scrolls and that, and they were nice, yeah.
Yeah.
And our awards, you know, they were nice.
Awards, they were fantastic, yeah.
This is going to end, guys. Like, this is going to end. And
no,
this Q4 is not going to end.
Q4 is not going to end, right?
No, the other stuff is going to end.
No, it will end, yeah. Absolutely.
We won't.
No, we'll definitely keep it going.
Oh, it's on a self-sustaining cycle now.
It is,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's in a pattern buffer now, yeah.
By the day.
Oh, yes. That is definitely Antoinette.
Yeah.
Wouldn't change a second of it. Absolutely.
I mean, I think so, at some stages with those late early morning chats, you know, because the guys from the States would have joined us a little later in the evening, and they were keep on going for a while. Quite a few of us continued on afterwards, like, you know. There was quite, you know, it was just all a buzz, wasn't it? Really.
It's great, and it's great to get to know people that you wouldn't actually know otherwise.
No.
Like, I mean, I didn't know who the CS was when we started.
No.
And do you know?
Now he messages us personally.
Yeah.
There's a lot to us, like, you know.
Yeah, like he started after dark and AMAs and things like that, and he's made the entire Starfleet International that much more accessible.
Yeah,
you know.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's it. You know, you really got to feel part of the international organization that is Starfleet, like, you know. Speaking of, there's Marius from Poland, and we've met at Destination.
Cheers, Marius. Cheers.
Marius, you know, you can actually join in on the day, as we were saying earlier to Gillian. You know, just watch out for Anne's post.
Watch out for the logo. There it is. There, that logo.
Exactly. Yeah. And
I put that in the post every time.
Yeah.
I've even roped in friends from my other groups as well, which is hilarious. Like, I just like, hey, come over here. It's fun here.
It's fun.
Come over here with the mad people. Yeah.
Oh yes, that was another one actually. That was great fun. The limericks.
The lockdown limericks.
If you want an example, I have a few here on my phone.
Oh. Have you got them on your phone? Oh yeah, because some of them.
I do have them. They're both right here. So I'll, if you want, I'll read it out. This is one that Jerry liked. Of course, are finally free, which fills Jerry's heart with such glee. Donned in high-vis vest, he embarked on a quest to control Penny's crowds as referee.
Get back.
2 meters.
What was it this one? Phase 3 has finally come. Surely I'd be a little less glum, but I still have to work. Most customers are jerks and stupidity is hard to overcome. Yeah.
You said it, Nikki.
I had them all saved on my phone. I've like loads of them.
Hi, Maria.
Amy.
Hey, Maria.
Hi.
Pittsburgh, huh?
Yeah, we had a wonderful quiz night with the USS Essex just after Christmas.
Yes,
And we got
fantastic.
to meet Maria and a lot of other people from around the world.
Yes.
Doug McClure.
Oh, God.
Doug McClure forever.
I wonder who that was.
I didn't
yeah, of course
see
we
the
did.
name. I knew it was him. He's heckling from the corner of the sofa. That's normally my spot. But yeah, no, we got to meet Maria and we got to meet so many new people and so many people from around the globe that we wouldn't necessarily get to meet. Like Anya. Anya's a teacher.
Anya.
He's amazing. Michael Quigley, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Among my favorites, I have to say, they all are, but I love David Worthy. He is just the best crack. Love him to bits. And Steve Russell.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's Becker there.
Steve.
But I like him a lot. And do you know what? It's been amazing as well that it's kept us in touch with people who we wouldn't have, because of the lockdowns, they haven't been able to get home. The likes of David Chapman, our very own David Chapman.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's wonderful every time he comes on, every time we see him, but he's in the chat as well, so he gets to catch up with everybody that he wouldn't necessarily. So that's wonderful as well. And
that's another aspect of it there, Anne, that you mentioned. You know what I mean? There's the Wednesday night and there's the Saturday night, and you know there's such great crack. But during the week as well, it's a lot of chatting going on the actual Q Forward chat page.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, we were so bored one day we played I Spy on the chat. Remember that, Taylor? Yeah, for 5 hours, you know. I had logs in my phone room and everyone was going.
I was in a Zoom meeting while that was going on, and by God, it helped that Zoom meeting go and work.
Yeah. Well, what I say to
was volleyball.
Yes, that was brilliant.
Oh, that was so cool.
Nobody got it, I think.
Nobody could guess I had volleyball.
Oh yeah. He got it for Christmas, like, and it was only if you knew what he got for Christmas that you kind of got it.
Yeah, you would have got it, yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
The volleyball.
But I have to say though, what I say to everybody is the messenger chat. It's just a step towards the Zooms, but it has a vital role to play as well, because it helps people to vent during the week and to not feel isolated and to keep the flow going. Now, I'm not going to lie, I have muted it. And you can mute it. And if you want to do some other things like have a life outside of Q Forward, you kind of mute it for a certain period
You're
of
not
time.
allowed anymore, Anne.
Well, apparently.
But it's also grown tentacles as well. Like, there's a few of us go to John's chats for the Essex.
Yeah.
On Zoom as well, and we get to meet and interact with his crew.
Yeah.
How many times have I put a gif of Dwight from The Office just screaming into the boys?
Yes.
He's just going, it's a chat.
But that's it. Like, that forms a vital part of it as well. It just helps to keep us all connected, and it just bridges the gap between the chats on a Wednesday and the chats on the Saturday, and it just keeps it's like one continuous conversation that's been going for a year now.
Yes.
And you never know where the conversation is going to take you.
That's true.
And you never know. It's like any discussion we have. We start off on one topic, like the topic of the show we're watching or reviewing or discussing, and you go off on a tangent. You literally
inevitably start staggering coffee. Yeah, typical.
Once or twice.
No, we do, and you never know. And what I love about our discussion nights, particularly the first episodes of it, that was incredibly. That was a touch of wisdom. having that idea of, I think that was Frank's idea. Was literally putting the names in the hat and picking out the first episodes of all the science fiction shows.
Yeah, the classic sci-fi.
It's counted as classic.
Well, yeah. Classic.
There was so much sci-fi there that many of us probably wouldn't have seen.
That's true.
And don't want to see again. Yeah.
Yes,
So
one or two things.
Yeah, but I mean, for example, but then there was classics like, particularly for the younger in the group, like say The Prisoner or the original Twilight Zone or The Outer Limits, all that stuff that we watched that was 50s and 60s classic sci-fi.
I actually really enjoyed that stuff. Like, 50s and 60s is really good, actually. The 50s in particular, I really like The Outer Limits.
But it also gave you kind of a feeling of where sci-fi has gone from then to now, like, and it's progression, between storytelling and, portrayal, special effects, all of that, like, and it was just, it was great fun just to revisit the past like that. Like, I still have to, I've been planning to go back and watch the rest of The Prisoner, and I still haven't got around to doing it, but, it's one I intend to complete and go through, and then like yourself say, Nikki, because of that you found Blake 7. Somebody's found Babylon 5 and many others that you hadn't seen. Like, there's so much
shows that I would have never even thought I would enjoy. And like, I remember, like, I went and subsequently to watching the first episode of Blake 7, I went and bought the 3-season box set. It's like, and I was just like, Frank, look at it!
That was a good investment. That was a good investment.
Oh, great job.
Then with the movies, then the different genres and that as well. And what we end up having, post-its and pages beside us. I haven't seen that movie yet. That people are just mentioning, in conversation while we're talking about this other movie. So our list of movies we haven't seen yet just gets longer. And we're only watching one movie a week, like, but.
The one thing I started doing, Zap, is I'm reading Ready Player 2 at the moment. Do you know why there's so many references?
No! I have too.
Well, we gotta, whenever time I see a movie or something, I'm like, ooh, Q4. I haven't seen one.
I think
I'm only like a little bit into it. I've been bold and not been reading this week because I was down the dumps, but I'm getting back there now. So, yes.
Oh, it's a good read.
I think that would be a great idea going forward at Blake 7's night,
I think so. I think that is.
Yeah, I think that would be a great night. And I know people say costumes and stuff like that, like, but I mean,
if they could do it on
exactly.
Well, mine would be the final scene.
That'd be about 1 o'clock. Every time you see a Blake 7, you have to take a shot. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The
who's going to do Zen? That's what I want to know. Who's going to cosplay Zen?
The computer.
Mine at the moment because it's acting up. Yeah.
So she might as well just go and be Zen. Next,
I think so. She's done the holodeck. She's done everything else.
Wow.
At the time.
Yeah, Antoinette. Yeah.
Yeah,
Antoinette will have to be Zen.
But that is a great idea, a Blake 7 night, because if we can do it virtually, then I love you, Craig.
Oh, absolutely, Craig. Yeah, totally agree with you.
Love you, Craig. Yeah, love you, Craig. Come back to Cork. Yeah.
No, you can't have him back. You have him back up here, and he's staying.
He's in need now.
He's only got as far as me. He's only halfway there.
Craig, actually, there was a hilarious moment during Cure Forward where he demolished an entire tub of ice cream while we laughed.
Oh, yes.
That was funny. That was.
Yes, I am. Poor Craig.
Oh, it was wonderful. I was dead jealous, but it was wonderful.
We'll have to have a gelato night, so everybody brings a tub of ice cream.
I love that, Antoinette. I have no doubt you're definitely going to do it.
Ice cream, nice. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, everyone brings a tub of ice cream.
Jerry, I like that. I like this. This sounds good.
2 now so far. I need a commission.
Yeah.
This is
you need to take commission, Jerry.
What?
The idea, the better. We started Easter Kindle is a thing that's going on at the moment now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Easter
as well.
Kindle is the thing we're doing where it's Chris Kindle, but with Easter eggs.
That's next.
Because apparently we're all fat or something.
No, don't care. Don't care.
That's it, yeah. I mean,
they're calling it the COVID-16, but I don't care. It's 16 pounds everybody's put on apparently. But I have to say,
I don't know.
We've so much going to happen in the next month or two in Q Forward. We're still doing our video reviews every week of our classic sci-fi movies. There's some really good ones coming up to the end of the month now. Like next week, we've got A Clockwork Orange. We've got the following week, we've got Weird Science. Which I love that movie. Anyway,
Looking forward to that one.
But we literally, and then we literally draw them by the month, so everybody has time. We've just finished the WandaVision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so heartbreaking. I love that whole, watching the episodes and then we discussed them on the Wednesday nights again. We've started this last Friday. We started on the Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is completely different. And that's another series that we're going to be watching every week. There's so much to do and so much. I had a feeling Alan O'Shea would say that.
I think of on a night for you, sir. Anything.
I could add a challenge to that.
Alan.
You know, when you're getting your tub of ice cream, let it melt a little bit, and then mix in some of your favorite alcohol and refreeze it.
Yes. So down for that one. So down for that one.
Drop a rum in there, Nikki. I'd say
Yeah.
that.
You could have vodka jellies and ice cream.
I've done that.
Yeah, I've done that. I was that soldier. Actually, that was a different night, Andy. Let's not talk about that. What happens outside happens outside. In case anybody hasn't noticed or doesn't know, I've known Andy for 15 years now?
Yeah, we first met in college course or a FOSS course.
A FOSS course we were doing together. For a change of careers, and literally, like, we've been inseparable. Like,
we stayed in touch, and then the Cuchulain came along.
Very, very sorry for your trouble, Andy.
Thanks. But I have to say, one of the best things I ever did was actually introduce him to the Cuchulain, because the Cuchulain has benefited so much from having Andy.
Did you see Craig's
and the Banshees? Don't forget the Banshees.
Oh yeah, the Banshees, like literally.
Yeah, I mean that's it's been fantastic. Like,
hi, Craig. I got my ass kicked last night by Craig, so it's really on. Like, there's so many different levels of competitiveness in the quizzes. Like, it's not about who wins or who comes second. It's about who we beat. And I'm gunning for Craig because, like, he's so awesome. But
it's usually a case of who comes second and third, because we already know who's going to come first. Before the starts, we know who's going.
Unless he's making the quiz.
Yeah.
Unless he's making the quiz.
Yeah. Well, Nikki found my kryptonite with musicals.
Yes.
Yeah, it was all. It was everyone's kryptonite.
We all suffer from that kryptonite.
Yeah, we don't do musicals.
Yeah, we didn't do too well on that one.
That one actually. Funny enough.
Actually, you know what, Nikki, your
That's because we can't go to a musical.
My kryptonite is aircraft. You haven't got a clue.
Yeah, no, I'm learning.
That's it. But like I would say, the quiz you did last night, Nikki, was brilliant. It was so general, but the mix that you put into it there I really enjoyed that. Now, like, it was the way you divided it into songs and movies and all that stuff. I thought that was great.
I'm starting to learn now how to really play with it. Now it's great fun. It's getting more. It's evolving.
We're going back to that particular aspect of what Q Forward is. We've had so many quizzes, games, various different activities. Is there anything that stands out in people's minds? What's your favorite game? Like, would it be like you've done Stop the Bus and Stop the Shuttle? bingo and the Cahoots quizzes, all of that kind of stuff. I have to say, I enjoyed the bingo, but the night you did the movie bingo, I absolutely loved.
Yeah,
that.
I absolutely love that as well.
Great.
That was fantastic.
And the reason I thought it was great crack was because the movies were called,
because we kept talking about the movie.
you were filling in the card and you got to this particular movie, and then somebody would say, "Oh man, that was such a great movie," and you get into a discussion about it, and then. The next day, I think that one game took an hour and a half.
Yeah, because we were all doing like famous quotes from the movies as well.
Yeah. 10 minutes between calls.
I thought the musical was good as well.
Yeah, I'm working on another one at the moment for TV shows. A TV show bingo. So I have that coming up as well. The themed bingos are actually very, very interesting for that reason, because they do take us. Gillian, you haven't missed anything.
Get in here now.
Come here. We want you to join us.
Come and join us on Wednesday.
And I'm on Facebook with Gillian. Can I add her to the messenger chat?
Absolutely.
Add
her to it, and you can add people. Yeah, no, right from the start you can add people. Anybody that's in the chat, but I just ask that you check first with command.
Can do.
For security.
Because I wanted to add a girl that is joining our page soon, but I'm waiting for her to join the page for another.
Perfect, absolutely. Yeah. And of course, if you join if you're on the USS Cuchulain's page, you see the things going up every. If you see the link there that I have, I'm left right today because they have mirrors. Why is this?
Do a vampire night as well.
It's not a mirror. I have a problem with my left and right the best of times, lads. So if you see that link there, that sign there, that goes up and it is basically just add me underneath it, and it'll automatically tag me to say that you've commented, and then I can add you to the chat. And then obviously that goes up every Wednesday and Saturday. And I normally put a little bit on the side to say what we're doing, and if it interests you, join. If it doesn't, you don't have to come on. But if you want to join Q Forward anyway, that's the link to get you in. And once you're in, so you decide your own level of participation, and that's the beauty of Q Forward.
You can dip in and out of it.
Yeah, and that's why we've had so much fun. But coming up at the end of this month now, I'm currently taking names and enrolling people if they want to join for the lip sync battle for 2021.
Before you go into that, that's a great segue for the video of the winner of last year.
Please.
I'm going to see if I can find that video. I have it here.
Video is amazing.
Back
to in its entirety as well.
We're just going to put a disclaimer here and say anyone who wants to join the competition for next year, you don't have to be at this standard, because it's all about at the moment.
Nobody is at this standard.
This is after she's had weeks to learn. She basically had come through the heats, the quarterfinal, the semi-final, and the final to get to this, and this is her winning video. But believe me, this is using things that she has at home. Things she can lay her hands on, because we were in lockdown, so it's anything around the home.
She's getting ready.
Because you were fantastic there.
I'm don't forget to put some ice cream in it.
Yeah.
I'm serious about this ice cream night. I'm
serious.
I'm serious about it as well. Let me just share this video, okay? And let you see. This is the reason she won. And I'll show you the trophy she won, because there are trophies this year as well. And even though we have quiz trophies from last year, I'll tell you a little bit something that I've been working on as well for the trophies for this year, because these are literally, every trophy is a one-off. It has been literally specifically made
limited edition.
They're limited edition. But the one for Q4 for the lip sync battle is amazing.
Can't be bought in the shops, which aren't open anyway.
No. Even if you wanted to, you have to earn this one. And here's the Here is the video of. Let me see. I have it. Where is it now? Feck's sake. I have it screwed up, but I can't.
Every time Anne shares her screen. Share your sound, Anne.
Every time. It's actually taking me to my files instead of taking me to my.
No, that's what you want. That's what you want, right?
No, I wanted to share.
Then you might need to share your screen then.
Yeah.
You can load it up the way you loaded the other two.
Share screen. Don't show these tips again. Share screen. This is the one I want. Oh, share audio.
Yes.
Yeah. Your audio, yeah.
For the me got that. And share your sound. And share your sound.
I am sharing my sound. And here we go. Okay.
And share your sound.
I'm sharing my sound. Okay, have we got it?
Oh, look at this. Look.
This is just amazing. And I'm going to hit play now.
Computer, initiate holiday program. Limited to students.
Seaweed's always greener. It's somebody else's league. You dream about going up there, but that is a mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things around you. What more are you looking for? Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Up on the shore, they work all day. Out in the sun, they slave away. While you devoted full time, you will be under the sea.
Computer, free program. Computer, stop program.
Talking away, I don't know. Say it anyway. Today is another day to find shine away. All the way.
Computer, stop program. Computer, restart program.
I'm the favorite dictator, and I get in a strike dictator. I'm a fire starter, big fire starter. I'm a fire starter, big fire starter. I'm a fire starter, big fire starter.
Computer, stop all the madness. Stop program.
When I got to mention
That's amazing.
That was
winner.
I don't consider it at the competition, but well done, that was amazing.
it was fantastic, really.
And there was some there was a lot of really amazing videos leading up to the final as well.
It was you, Frank, obviously.
These videos as well, were just phenomenal, and everybody else's as well. So, that was a cracking competition, it really was.
We never get Anthony's triple boobs out of our head.
No. I can never touch a dribble again.
Yeah, you never see a triple in that night.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, Anthony, where have those triples been?
Well, on DSD, we're going to have to show
Yeah,
that.
because one
video.
was this
Yeah.
migration cycle.
The question now is who's won those since then?
Oh my
No. Cool, please.
Lord! Now that's thing.
Well, Troy, anyway.
It's way too late for those at that point.
The awesome thing about Anthony was that like he was like a wild card. I think he wasn't in it at the start.
Yeah.
He came in.
No, he was a wild card.
He blew us away with his first one, like, you know. It was like he just kept going.
He had the same. He had the character. The character just kind of became his own thing. Like, oh, amazing.
Yeah, but he was knocked out, but he still kept sending videos in.
He just
He was the wild card that actually made it rock. I mean, rock.
It's just great.
So, I mean, this year now we're running it again. I've just sent you a picture of the trophy from last year.
Oh yeah.
Just to give you an idea, we will be getting another one of those made. There is only one of those in existence at the moment, and Antoinette was a very, very deserved winner of it.
Yeah.
I sent it to you in Messenger.
Yeah.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael. Our buddy.
But yeah, so this year, bigger and better, hopefully, for the lip sync battle. So I'm looking for people to volunteer. We have for the heats, we have a very special judge who has volunteered, and that is Zap. He is going to be our ultimate.
Oh no!
We have to impress him.
Well, his name was picked.
Well, no, he volunteered. In a manner of speaking, and
I was volunteered.
Yeah.
I love that volunteer word when it's used in a sentence. Not correctly, but it's used. And we're going to have the heat starting in April after Easter. So people will have an idea of and have time, you know, to put a video together. So, you know, we're going to space it out instead of having, there's the trophy from last year.
Amazing.
And it is wonderful. It is literally a one-off, and that is Q coming through the Stargate wormhole type thing on the trophy. We will be getting one of those made again this year, but it'll be 2021. So if you want to be in with a chance to win that, you have to participate. So you have until the 1st of the 1st of April to PM me your interest or to sign up for the lip sync battle. And then what we'll do is on the 3rd of April, we will be drawing out the heats where you go head to head against another member of the USS Cuchulain or another member of whoever volunteers. Your name will be drawn out of a hat. It's a head-to-head heat. If you're eliminated at that stage, then obviously anybody who wins the heat, their heat against their person goes on to the next stage, which would be the quarterfinals. And at the quarterfinal stage, there will be wild cards. So there's always the chance that somebody who is eliminated may get brought back in for quarterfinals or semifinals. So don't take it as read that you're going to be eliminated in the first one and then that's the end of it.
You back in, kicking and screaming.
You ain't getting out of it that easy.
And just so everybody knows, I'm open to bribes.
No, you're not, Zap.
Will you accept platinum?
As a reward for him actually doing a judge in the heats, he will get a golden ticket to give out to somebody, a wild card to give out. So there may just be one wild card. There may be more. We don't know. This is what's going to keep us on the edge of our seats. So yes, starting in April. So you have until the 1st of April to express your interest and to sign up. And then on the 3rd, the names will be drawn from the hat, and for the heats.
You might want to leave the date until the 2nd, because you could get a lot of pranksters going on April 1st. I'm in. I'm out. I'm out.
What do you mean you could? What do you mean you could? You mean you will?
Well, if you're in, you're in. If you're out,
I'm going to put Boimler's name down. I don't care.
You leave Boimler alone.
No.
Leave Boimler alone.
Only Anne's allowed to pick on Boimler.
Boimler, I love you. Anyway. He's going to hate me. I am so getting shot the next time we go airsofting. I am so getting shot.
I mean, with that competition, that was, probably the most amazing competition, but it wasn't the only one. There was some amazing costume competitions through the whole
there was.
year as well, with some absolutely phenomenal costumes that came up there,
Yeah.
I particularly like the Disney one, Frank. I think everyone went overboard for that, yeah.
They're made by people with stuff they have to hand at home. It's not going to the store and buying them.
No.
Just like the creativity, you use what you had in the home.
Yeah.
It was the same with
That was the rule, yeah.
Yeah. And what people came up with was if you happened to have a costume near you, were lucky, but with the creativity of some people, what they came up with was just fantastic. So.
My funniest was the fluffy Dalek for Nikki.
That was hilarious.
I just got a wash basket and a loofah and just stuck a loofah out the front of it.
Oh, I died. Oh yeah, that's absolutely my favorite Dalek of all time. What was it? Exfoliate.
Exfoliate.
We have a defender. She is defending her title. Oh, Antoinette, I love a good competition. Looking forward to seeing you again this year, Frank.
Yes.
I loved your videos, I have to say. Your videos are amazing. Great crack.
At least I don't have to do, Rocky Horror again this time around. That's done.
That was fantastic, Frank.
So no more types of characters, thank God.
She could bring that back for the semi-final, though, Frank.
Yeah, but that's kind of an unfair advantage.
That only happens about 10 years after there's been maybe 5 or 6 or 7 different winners of kind of like the X Factor or and they'll come back after about 5 or 6 years. I'll do it then. That's
like dancing the nuts the way they always do Bolero at the end of it.
Yeah,
always Bolero, so that somebody will have to come back and do something that's been done.
Yeah. What I love about the costume parties and the themed nights is that it's kind of a sneaky way of getting everybody to believe that they can. What we all know, because we do it. We go out and we go to DCC and we go to Destination. We love cosplay. And we love dressing up as our favorite characters, inventing our own characters and making the costumes that we want to wear and that we want to enjoy. Yeah. So what I found was absolutely wonderful was seeing people doing cosplay for the themed nights for the first time.
Yeah.
And it's a new skill that they've learned, and it came out as well in the lip sync battles, like people dressing up as their favorite, artists, and, recreating videos. But they were doing costumes and literally making stuff from what they have. Like the themed nights absolutely do lend themselves to cosplay, and they are kind of a little backdoor kind of way of getting everybody into cosplay, because if you can do this amongst friends, which you are on Q Forward, then there's nothing to say that you can't bring it to DCC. Where you are also amongst friends and you can actually have a ball. I was never a cosplayer until I actually went to DCC and joined the Cuchulain.
Same here.
Now, I'm a reenactor, I'm a cosplayer. I can actually legitimately say I'm a cosplayer. And I absolutely love it. I'm already thinking about the next cosplays that I want to do. And it's not because I'm actually going to be the best at ever and I'm going to look exactly like the character. It's got nothing to do with it. It's got to do with the fact that I am actually going to dress up as my favorite character and people are going to recognize the character in me. Yes, that was fantastic, Antoinette.
That was an amazing.
Yeah.
You can't actually write that. I mean, literally.
I loved Sharon's Leela.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Very, very good Leela with the single.
With the spot, yeah.
Oh, amazing.
If you actually played, you know, the video at the start there where you stopped it, Frank, if you continue playing that, you will see all those costumes there, the Captain Planet and that. They're also included in that review because they literally were taken from What's Around the House.
Yeah.
So you see, Jerry.
It merely deadens certain nerve inputs to the brain. Oh, well, any decent brand of scotch will do that.
Yes.
All right, you lovelies. Hold together. I can't change the laws of physics.
I'm a doctor, not an engineer. I'm a doctor, not a mechanic. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. I'm a doctor, not an escalator. I'm a doctor, not a coal miner.
Oh, yes. I hate this. It is revolting. More? Please.
That's border malfunctions.
Lower your shields and surrender your ships.
Life of Brian, that was brilliant.
Oh, Life of Brian.
Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
Oh, look at our princesses.
You tiny little life forms. You precious little life forms. Where are you?
I love that t-shirt.
You are on mute.
Live long and prosper.
But you can it was probably on earlier in the video, but the Captain Planet, I'll get it for you now. But they were amazing costumes. And they were made from literally what was lying around the house.
Yeah.
And it's just giving people more confidence to maybe cosplay. So when we do go back to real space and real time and DCC, I'd say we're going to have a lot of new cosplayers, and I look forward to it. I can't wait actually for to be able to take that kind of thing and bring it with us as well.
Yeah, but I mean, I think no matter what, I mean, if it's a movie, I mean, the movie nights, I mean, those were great cosplays.
Antoinette, I
Disney
just
nights.
like to subject anyone to that now, to be honest with you.
No.
You have to be in queue forward to.
This is a family show.
Yeah. No,
it's a what, Frank?
A family show.
The Addams Family, is it? Yeah.
Safe zone for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. We definitely need to. There's a few t-shirts in the making. I think we've got some very quotable Q forward as well. Like just some of the stuff.
Yes. One in particular there. Yeah.
Quotable Q forward. Down with that sort of thing. You are on mute. And is your sound on?
Are you sharing your sound?
Is your sound on? Yeah.
Shut up, Jerry. That's another one. Yeah.
Shut Gary. Oh, look, Zap won again.
Yeah, that's another one.
And the one night I lost was it was a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah. Glitch in the Matrix. Oh man.
All right, got not another Doug McClure film. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm after getting a t-shirt and it has tips and hints guru.
All the time.
And you also have a t-shirt with Tara rolling her eyes up to heaven, yeah.
Oh Jesus! Yeah.
The eye roll t-shirt.
And the eyeballs are on the back of it.
Yeah. And then the worst hints ever.
Yeah.
All Hicks all the time.
People what they want.
All Hicks all the time.
That's definitely my t-shirt.
And the new one, Marvin the Martian.
Oh,
Marvin,
no,
yes.
Marvin.
Yeah,
Marvin.
there's definitely a t-shirt being made for you for that.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
look.
I'm sure there is. Frank, I've just sent you that a still of Antoinette's wonderful Captain Planet made from her t-shirt
Oh, I actually have
or her
that.
jumper. Yeah.
Oh,
So
no.
I mean,
I
you can
think-
just see.
I think we should get T-shirts for Spec Ops, Marvin Hunters.
Hunters.
She's gonna kill you.
Or we can
That can
get him,
definitely be arranged, Jerry.
On auto.
we can get him done up to his helmet and then our BDUs, and we're all Marvin's Martians.
No, I don't think we'd be allowed. I don't think we'd be allowed to change the name.
No.
We
That is
can
not
all-
official MSU.
we can
It
always
is
get-
now. It is now.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look
Though.
at the
Yeah,
makeup, though. I mean,
that's
makeup.
yeah.
That is just incredible.
Again, I say, Queen.
Yes, absolutely. And it's just looking at the components, just seeing how ingenious she is. Like, you know, and I just love
all that. And she can play Twister as well.
Yeah.
You see, it's all about when you're in Q Forward, nothing gets past. Somebody's bound to find everything. So there's no detail left unturned, so to speak.
You can't hide.
You can't hide. And it's there's literally somebody's bound to notice. It's like watching the Avengers and the entire MCU movie universe and having everybody find every Easter egg.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's not always the same person. It's everybody finds something.
Yep.
And that's what I love about Q4. Did you see that? But yeah, so between that now, what I was going to say as well, I'm doing a lot of talking tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to. Does anybody else want to talk?
Part for the course.
Oh,
Yeah, start for the course, exactly.
You are the Q4
you're the
queen.
host. Yeah.
No, not that. Frank is actually.
I think. Yeah, but
No,
Frank is only along for the ride, that's all.
No,
But, I was just going to say that the trophies for quizzes this year, rather than having a trophy for every quiz, what we're doing is a league table. And every time you win or place on the podium,
what?
or place on the podium.
Darwin, just give it to him already, will you?
No.
There's only gonna be two, so Zap and Hicks. Yeah.
There are 12,
one or two.
Grayson in third. Grayson in third.
there are 12 trophies.
That's my position.
And for each quiz that you win during the year, you get 1 point on the leaderboard. It's a leaderboard. It's like a table. You can only win one trophy. So at the end of the year, for December, the trophies will be given out to the top 12 quizzers of the year. So I have a record of everybody that's won since the 1st of January. So the quiz board will be going up periodically now. So you will be able to see in Q Forward where you stand in the rankings towards a trophy at the end of the year. And they will be 2021 trophies for quizzing. Now, there are separate trophies and there are separate prizes throughout the year, as you know, for lip sync battles and things like that. But this is the most equitable, as Q would say, way of doing it for the trophies this year. So it's all to play for. And you don't actually necessarily have to be winning or coming first. You just have to be on the podium to get points. See? See how that works?
Yeah, but I'm so rarely on the podium.
Gotcha, Zach. Gotcha.
What was that thing? I usually start running off really fast and then I just sort of fall over.
Yeah, with all these plans and that you have coming forward for Q Forward in the coming year, as you were saying earlier, next weekend is actually the 100th Q Forward chat.
Yeah.
So, anything in line for that?
Oh
We're having a 100 the birthday party, and we're not inviting the Bagginses.
The Bagginses.
Bagginses.
No. Oh, we are having cake.
Are we having ice cream?
We are having
No,
You can have
Are we
ice
having
cream.
ice cream?
You can have ice cream.
We're having
ice
cake.
cream another night.
We're gonna have a whole night of ice cream. Yeah, no, it's
Bring your own
our
cake.
100th birthday, and we're going to have a birthday party.
Yep.
Yes. So on
Party
Saturday, the 27th, I believe it is.
Mhm.
Next Saturday we are having a party. It's our 100th birthday. Everybody is invited, and will be finger food at the end. I don't know.
You'll have to bring your own, Marcus.
Do you like your finger food, Marcus?
Bring your own food.
Tito, Chris, and Steal snacks. Yeah.
As I said to Antoinette the other day, I've not yet
Well,
learned how to transport food by email yet. So,
yeah, stock up on your
BYC, wasn't it? Bring your own cake.
Bring your own cake. BYOC, yeah.
BYOC. We will have a cake if anybody wants to.
Yeah.
But definitely we will be having a party, and I think I will have that extra special TV bingo ready to go for the night that's in it. And we will see how it goes. If it's anything as good as the movie bingo, it should be great crack. Yeah. So
you can go on for hours.
Well, that's it. That's exactly it. And
I'm not in work on the Sunday, so
late night lower decks.
Yes.
The clocks go back, don't they?
No, they go forward.
The
shout out to Sarah Jones for
They
that.
go forward.
Yeah, them 4 months should do it. Yeah.
Summertime. Yay.
Do you not remember the old adage for it, Andy? Spring forward, fall back.
Yeah,
that's how you remember.
I'd be messed up. It's like me. See, even an hour, I get jet lag on it. What's that, Jerry?
That's a point this year when you don't even know what day is which. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't even know what one's right.
Yeah, that's.
Just use the star dates. That'll do. The star dates are fine.
No, we only know Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Yeah, you see, this is the great thing about Q Forward is you know when it's Q Forward. You can say, oh, it's Wednesday, oh, it's Saturday. Any other day? Nah.
or even Sundays, Frank's chat, like, yeah.
Not the one.
Antoinette, it's also a night shift, so on Sunday, so this is going to be a party of parties.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
no, going at 11 o'clock on Saturday night now.
Oh, God, no, we'll be starting then.
No.
Maybe we should start a little bit later then, should we?
No. 3 hours in the morning, lads. Be ready. Be prepared.
And everybody order pizza from Domino's at 1 o'clock in the morning, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just bring our phones to the chipper for some reason. Yeah.
Please, sir.
The curry's doesn't.
You put in the wrong address, you ring Domino's, and all of a sudden Jerry gets a knock on the door in Cork.
Yeah, Jerry's getting the bill, that's why.
It'll be an honor to pay it. I don't know where I'm going to find the money, but it'll be an honor to pay it.
Seriously, guys.
You can borrow Anne's tank driving permit and borrow an ATM.
We have so much to look forward to. Absolutely.
Yeah,
so much to look forward to. The fact that we've actually come so far together in what has been an incredible year. It really has. We've lost so much, but we've actually gained so much as well. So
yeah,
I mean that to me is the whole point. And the patches and all, like you can see them. Like, I mean, you know, we are veterans. We stayed, we drank, we saved the world. That's kind of the motto that we're.
That's it.
We'll wait for the vaccine. That should be another T-shirt. We'll wait for the vaccine. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll do it with fun, and we'll do it with each other. So yeah, hopefully now that's the main thing. That's the main reason behind Q Forward, and that's why we do what we do. And when we do return to normal space, we'll still have a place for Q Forward, I hope, because we still
need it.
Have made friends all over the world that I really want to keep in touch with. And I think it's important that we do. You know?
No, I think. Annie, sorry, I disagree there. The world has made friends with us.
That's
well said, Jerry. Well said.
That's a way of looking at it, all right.
If it was to stop, we'd all go mad with not being our Muppets in boxes.
Exactly. We all enjoy doing that, you know. Yeah.
Oh, stop
I'm trying to develop some kind of Celebrity Squares kind of a game here going on.
That's another team now. We could have a Muppet Show night.
We did actually have that as a
did we?
Used it. As she hurriedly scribbles down all these great ideas because she doesn't want to forget.
I can PM them onto you.
Because we did do a Muppet Night music playlist, and it's available on Spotify at the moment, and it's got over 8 hours of music on it, and that's literally a list that was compiled more or less on the night from suggestions that everybody made of music that they liked and music that they wanted to hear, and it's got so many different types of music.
The St. Patrick's Day one. Danny Boy. Animals singing Danny Boy. Oh my God.
Oh, that was so amazing.
Danny Boy on the piece, yeah.
That was amazing. So we've done 2 St. Patrick's Days now, more or less, and to be honest with you now, I have to say, you know, I've nearly forgotten what it's like to do it real time. You know,
we're gonna be like, when we actually meet up in person, be like, what do we hook shit?
We'd be going around. Do you remember? Was it Jerry? You said it last night. We'd be going around to the next party.
Walk around with the
frames. Yeah, that's a great idea. Frank, yeah, that's we're on with the frames.
If I turn up like that to the next party, I'll be really disappointed.
Yeah, if nobody does that,
we can all line up for the group photo with the frames.
Yeah.
We're so used to being in our little boxes and our little.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm just gonna come in with a cardboard box on my head. There's an idea.
Yeah, that's what we
can also double up as a Holly from Red Dwarf one for you, Nikki.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
It's the simple things that makes it worthwhile.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
Like, I just the silliness and the fun of it, and just there have been nights like
place to just sit back and relax.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, there was a night that Anne and Pat just sat there laughing for about a half an hour straight over a joke they made.
Yeah.
And every minute
joke as well.
They just cracked up again, and it was like
laughter's infectious, I think is what one
woman said. That was doing one of his movie quotes, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. That was
laughing with his explodium.
Oh, no. Oh, wait. He's sitting right over there on the couch and he's just dying to do it again. I just
But sure, Andy, I mean, if we were all together somewhere like DST or DCC or whatever, this is all we'd be doing anyway.
We'd be sitting around. Exactly, yeah. Like,
but you know what? This will. I think the Cuchulain has evolved now from being a, what would you say, bi-month or a monthly thing to every week, every second couple of days thing now, and that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
this has opened up a new avenue for us that we may not always be in the same room together, but we can still have fun.
Oh yeah, even before all that happened, and we were doing, like, obviously we had our 3 parties, and but the whole thing about the movie nights and holiday nights and all that kind of stuff is that it wasn't just once a month or once every couple of months. Like, we try to find different things, like, that people could get together and do stuff, like, like the culture days, all that kind of stuff. And it'd be wonderful when all that comes back.
Yes.
But we are at the moment, Q Forward has enabled us to really continue to carry on in that vein. Like,
It's allowed us to.
As I was saying earlier, like, you know, when you get back to real life, it'll still have a role to play, you know. So
Yeah.
Our shopping trip up to Airsoft Air and then the picnic.
Yeah, that
There's
was
other little thing.
Yeah, that was.
We went to
particular highlight.
Armagh, we went to Belfast, and we went to the Airsoft place there. That was good as well.
It was the last time I think any of us were.
Was it? Yeah.
Way.
Yeah, no,
we went to the Sam for that, Andy. Remember the Sam we had to bullseye?
Oh yeah. That's where we discovered it.
Yeah.
Bullseye.
We drove past it X amount of times, yeah.
Yeah,
and then we revisited then last year. Yeah.
It's not here.
Where is it? Shed, lads. It's a shed.
Lads, it's a shed.
It's in the middle of nowhere, like, yeah.
It's literally in the middle of nowhere.
But it's when we get back to that as well. We'll also have a place where we can actually go, lads, were you there? Did you see what happened? And that's what Q Forward does. It gives us an outlet that we can actually just catch up with people and say, oh, you missed a great night. Yeah. The next one. And then we talk about the next one. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Exactly. So it's a way of keeping in touch between events.
Yes.
And I, for one, 100%. Can't wait to get back to the video nights, to the bowling nights. I miss the bowling nights. So I can't wait to get back to all of those. But in the interim, Q Forward is good, and it keeps us all from going insane. Well,
even more so.
Relatively speaking. Insaner. Yeah. And if we're doing it, at least we're doing it better. You know? Which is the main part.
Like mine.
Definitely.
Yeah. So we have, for this week, Wednesday, we have 2 movies to review because we took a night off for Paddy's Day. So the movie that we were reviewing, the first one is called Them, T-H-E-M. And I think it was...
and it's D-E-M.
There's a TH in it. It's not like,
Yeah, the 1954 version.
It was
him.
No, it is modern reboot shit.
Is there a reboot? There probably is a reboot.
And the second movie is A Clockwork Orange. Okay.
Does anybody know where that might be available?
I think it's on Netflix.
It is on Netflix.
Oh, is it? Grand.
Yes.
Okay.
But the link will go into the chat anyway. If you find our resident tech wizard Nikki and Zap, one of them will put it into the chat. So if you want to be added to the chat, just PM
I'll
me,
probably find it on VidSource for people.
comment on any of the video or any of the Q Forward information posts that are on the Cuchulain page, and I'll pick it up.
Yeah. How far ahead are we on the Wednesday night movie selections there? How
we're up to the end of the month.
Three more technically.
So you have to draw. You'll have to draw for April, Frank.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it live right here.
Whoa. Awesome.
So we're doing April, are we? So that's I'll draw 4.
Okay. Well, Wednesday the 7th is the first one.
All right.
Okay.
So for all of us, the Wednesday reviews of classic movies.
Yeah.
Well, classic.
So our next one up will be
7th of April. It will be. I can't see it. Read it out.
They Live.
They Live.
Oh, that's the one with
That's the sunglasses.
I have come here to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
And all that
bubblegum.
Now, mine would be I forgot my glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the 14th of April.
My one would be I've come here to kick ass. Am I in the right place?
Can you find your ass?
Can you all line up?
John, those baggy jeans nowadays, nobody can find asses anywhere.
No, we get around their knees.
Does my bum look big in there? Yeah.
What's the next one?
If you say yes, then you have to line up for a kicking.
Next one up. Yep.
What is it?
What's it?
It came from outer space.
Oh, that sounds like a classic.
There's a classic, all right.
Yeah.
That's probably what you said with the Mars
That's the
rover landing.
40.
Yeah.
And 21st of April. 21st of April.
21st.
Ooh. Next one will be.
What is it?
What is it?
Tron!
Yay!
Oh, you'll have to get Jono on for that one, I'd say.
Oh, I love Tron. Yeah.
Yes. What a
One of the
classic.
other ones.
And the 28th of April.
The last one for today.
And hopefully we'll be back out in the real world and we'll be getting shot. On that page.
There you go.
Oh.
What is it?
Meteor.
No, that's what
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery's in it. Yeah.
Ooh.
Well
Good
done.
movies there.
They are a good selection.
1979, I think it was.
So,
It's a nitty gritty now, huh?
yeah.
I think we got rid of all the bad
Sequel
ones.
of the Land of Time.
We made him. We made him go through it at one point and take out all the ones that weren't sci-fi.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
We still have to watch the other stuff.
Classic.
Yeah, for some of those I'd use
Classic. Yeah.
yeah,
There was
lightly.
only one that we allowed in that is not an actual classic, but it is a
References.
a reference to classic, and that's Ready Player One. It has not come up yet, though.
Yeah.
Like,
But it is enough of
There's loads of
itself.
them in there. There's
Yeah.
still loads of
Yeah,
them.
I know.
There's some
I have
classics
them
in
Blu-ray
there.
ready to go. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
And it's like, we still haven't drawn War of the Worlds or Forbidden Planet. Or,
Last
So they're all coming up.
they're all still in there.
Waiting for Forbidden Planet. Really?
No
Yeah.
more Doug McClure. I'm telling you now. Stop it.
No more Doug McClure. No. Done
I've
with
got
that
about
whole thing.
Well, you never know. I've got about half a dozen Warlords of Atlantis in there, and about
Oh my God.
about a dozen the people
on the couch, lads. Would you stop?
What if he switches to Doug's brother, Troy?
Try.
Troy McClure. You might remember me from some films.
That's right up there with
Simpsons.
Monorail, lads. Monorail.
Yeah.
Monorail.
Leonard Nimoy was in that one.
One of the highlights.
I
I
finally get
wish
that
it was
joke.
back in Birmingham. I wish that
I know. Yeah, I really hope DST returns.
Actually, who came up with that idea again?
Monorail.
Who started saying monorail? Was it Alan? Me?
No, it was you.
It was you.
It was you. DST.
It was you, Jerry. We were all standing on the monorail and you started singing it. We all started singing
Monorail.
Monorail.
Marius Green is in the hat.
It is Marius.
Yeah,
We haven't drawn that one yet.
There are some classics in there, like Blade Runner's in there.
We also have a cat from outer space for some reason, but
Cat from Outer Space. Yeah.
The Omega Man is in there. That's another great Charles Heston one. Yeah. So there's still loads of really classic ones in there.
Yeah.
Just one thing I would like to say about the movies, Frank, was that as well as watching these movies, like, you know, you watch movies like normally, but with this, because you're kind of reviewing it, you have to really watch the movie, and also then you kind of, you know, because you want something to talk about, like an interesting fact about it or the directors and stuff. So you end up, you research, you go into IMDb, you go onto Wikipedia, and you find out these fascinating things about, like, you know, where some of these, like, you know, actors in the film went on to do ideas and stuff.
Or like me, you write a 2-page rant about how much you hate the movie. After I watched, what was it? What was the one we watched?
I think that was Rollerball, was it, Nikki?
No, not Rollerball. The god awful one. A lot of it from my mind.
Hardware.
Hardware. Yeah, Nikki wrote a 2-page rant on Hardware.
Yeah.
That was
it. The review, the blurb sounded so good, but the movie was absolute tripe.
Yeah, I mean, how many times do we see that? The trailer is brilliant, but the film itself,
not
so good.
Well,
the tagline was
all the
good.
best bits are in the trailer.
Gillian, we did V when we did the
TV shows. I actually went on to watch V after watching that, Gillian, and I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah. And of course, we're talking about the 80s show, not the more recent.
Oh, no. It's originals with us here. Yeah. Very original.
So,
yeah, we're not allowed. The rule for the movies is nothing past the 90s, Frank, isn't there, or something like that?
I think it's something. I think we went. If that originally was the idea, but I think we went back to the 80s. You know, because
a lot of good sci-fi in the 80s.
Yeah.
Original.
The 90s is still too new.
Yeah. We made that exception for Ready Player One.
They're a bit recent.
Yeah, because it referenced so many great.
Yeah, because the references. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But again, like, I mean, we've really.
Marcus is looking for a slap now.
He is.
I don't know.
Outland is in there. Outland
is it? That's what I was just about to say to you there, Frank. Yeah, because
no, we haven't drawn that one yet, but that is in there as well.
We'd had a discussion about that because it's a pretty good film. You'd watched it, I think, Frank, and I'd seen it, and we were saying how, like, you know, it really is a good movie. Like, it wasn't considered a good movie at the time, but
oh no, it's great. I really enjoyed it. Like, you know, and I have it on DVD, and
it's like we all had different opinions on Death Race 2000.
You know,
like
we all had different. I mean, some of us loved it, and some of us hated it,
and some of us expected it and hated the rest.
That was the original Death Race, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was the original one from Sylvester Stallone, David Carradine.
Yeah.
It was an experience.
Yeah.
All big experiences, Nikki. Every one of them.
So many experiences, and it's funny because the same people kind of agree with each other. It's gas, like, and it was like the night we watched Electric Dreams. Like, about all of us loved it except Michael and Zap. They're like, no, I don't like it. No.
It's like the bit on the computer where he used Sulu's ID as his login and security.
To get your name up on the thingy, you need to allow StreamYard to see you. So how you do that, I believe, is when you click on the link for StreamYard. So if you go onto the description for the chat, you see
it's in there, Nikki,
StreamYard. If you click on that, it'll let you allow yourself. And then you'll be able to.
We can see your name on Facebook, but on StreamYard you have to allow it to.
It's a permissions thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. There you go, Marcus. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Marcus has cleared it up first.
I knew it was Marcus. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to join Q Forward, then you just literally follow the link that's put up every Wednesday and Saturday, and you just comment "add me" underneath the post on Facebook, and I'll pick it up and I will add you to the chat. Add you to the messenger, and
then your life belongs to us forever and ever and ever.
One of us.
There will be a simulator.
Resistance is futile. You will be
Resistance is futile. Yeah.
Yes, your uniqueness will be added to the collective, and you will be a part of what is the madness that is Q Forward.
I've often wondered what would happen if a schizophrenic got taken by the Borg.
Yeah, I always wondered that as well.
Which one is related?
I am 5, 6, 7, 8.
They all spread out into different personalities.
Yeah, multiple personalities. Would they actually see them as different people?
Like
or would it actually be like in Discovery, where they actually, the program recognized, what's his name?
Gray.
Gray, yeah. I mean, that was amazing. I thought that was pretty amazing, where the computer was actually sensitive. It recognized him as a person. So, how do the Borg do that?
If you click on
might actually be a good way of actually getting rid of the Borg. Add a load of schizophrenics in, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my lord! These are the kind of conversations we get into, people.
Yeah, and then you wonder why. We actually did have a few.
We forget what we're talking. We forget what we're actually talking.
Well done, Chris. Finally, you got a story.
There, Chris.
Hey.
We just give them a maths problem and at the end of it have divide by 0.
Not compute. Does not compute.
It does not compute.
Yeah, so basically we've had so many conversations on what would it be
Random
like
topics.
if the Cuchulain actually had its own TV show.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
We're
yes,
actually
yes.
considering making
Call it in space, yeah.
episodes. Whenever we get out of lockdown, we've actually talked about making actual episodes. Like we even have David from America pulled in as our exasperated admiral.
Well,
And,
I
like,
still think that
that should be his name, Admiral Exasperated.
I'm not your regular admiral. I'm just an exasperated one. Yeah.
I still say that you know, at the beginning of Q4 we should always start with the theme tune to the Brady Bunch. You know what I mean? Just
Hard to Muppet Show
playing and off we go. You know?
I think I might actually do that just for the sake of it. I think I might. I think I'm the only thing in Starfleet. I think Q Forward is the only thing in Starfleet that doesn't have its own theme tune. Because I mean, CS has AMA and he has the After Dark theme tune. You've got your own theme tune, and I
Robbie
think
has Crayon Crack.
Robbie has Crayon Crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Q Forward is the only one that doesn't actually have its own theme tune.
We should vote on the theme tune. Oh no, wait, that's a lot. It's our theme
I still say we should get Robbie to come on to the lip sync battle doing Crayon Crack.
Oh yes.
Maris, I think Jerry said he was going to add you to the chat anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in there, Marius. Yeah.
Our team tune.
Yeah.
I thought Fate of the Hearth was our team tune, wasn't it?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
It shouldn't be difficult, like, you know.
Yeah, it's been a long road.
There's a song called The Lunatics Have Taken Over the Asylum. That's a good tune.
That's a good one, yeah.
I'm gonna make.
Did you see the meme for that though? The Fate of the Heart. And
yeah,
Netflix,
I'm gonna make a coronavirus version of that. So
it's been a long road getting from there to here. Skip intro. Okay.
Oh, very good.
That's what we do every time we watch
skip intro straight to the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about 2 hours gone. So the chat, yeah.
I think we did do the Addams Family for Halloween, Michael.
We did.
I think we did.
Yeah, we definitely did the Addams Family, and we did quite a few other ones as well, haven't we?
Oh God, Disney night. We had.
We did
summer party where we all
done a few
beach stuff.
The only problem
we did a few Star Trek ones as well.
The only thing with Disney night, it kept freezing. You know, it was frozen. It was like
where's that on?
That wasn't one for chat.
But, yeah, no, we've done various different teams. It was good crack, you know, and just there's still a lot of teams to do.
There is.
There definitely are, and absolutely, if anybody can come up with any, we've got a couple here tonight: Blake 7 night, Muppet night,
ice cream night,
ice cream night.
Put ice cream night down. I'm serious about the ice cream.
Yeah,
away from the ice cream.
Ice cream night was not
to be away from the ice cream.
Ice cream was calling herself.
Chocolate chip vodka.
Sorry,
Frank. Excuse eating into a tub of Ben and Jeremy's, okay?
I should also just
What do you mean, Ben and Jerry's? Just Ben. I'm already here.
Hey, there you go. You only have to cover yourself with half the ice cream down. Like,
oh no!
I Ben and Jerry.
That's a position I don't want to say.
Oh, of course,
Good
yeah.
Harryhausen.
Nutella night. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, listen, Patrick.
We don't have to do stop motion, would we, for Harryhausen night?
At least half of us are going to be able to do that very easily.
We're all going to be best buddies with these.
We all just need to get our little dinosaurs and just go like that, you know.
Oh my God!
Yes, I would.
Well, Marius, just on that point, actually, one of the new books, I believe, has a mention of the USS.
Janeway's autobiography,
which was authored by Una McCormick, I believe, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh God, we're canon. Oh God, we're canon.
We are canon. Yeah, we're canon.
Oh, we're not the biggest little ship in the fleet for nothing.
No.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
Who said little?
Yes, really.
We are. There is the biggest little
One
ship.
of
No,
our
we're
guys,
TARDIS. We've discussed this already.
Mm-hmm.
Page 74.
74. It's the answer.
I think it was John was talking to Una that enabled that to
okay.
I think it was PST.
Right.
But yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Beta canon, yeah. Books. We'll get to one of the shows. We need to get.
Does that mean we take in new information by the saucer going up and down?
Something like that.
Also, our warp core is ran on turf. There's that.
Yes.
Pretty much.
And yeah, we never
And
really
this
know
is the
where
warp
we're
core
going because Frank's directing us.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We had a whole discussion about what the TV series with us in it would be like, and it would just be hilarious. And it will happen one day. There will be YouTube episodes, webisodes. We're gonna make webisodes. It's gonna be funny.
Did anyone see those Stuff Squadron, the Czech one? No.
Yeah, that was very good.
Yes.
That was really well done, like, yeah. Really well done.
See that one now.
Check out Spec Ops one day and just like film a way mission, you know.
Can I just ask, like, you know, if our work core runs on turf and we do a 360, is that a bog roll maneuver?
Yeah, it's a bog roll maneuver, yeah.
That's so Frank.
Brilliant, Frank.
Yeah, but we've also said that one of the bits where you see the ship going by.
Oh yes, there's Michael a clothesline
There'll be
between
smoke
themselves.
coming out from the thing, and also a toilet roll out one of the windows.
There's a clothesline in between the cells as well. You know?
But you have to take the washing in before you go to war.
And my
This is going to be obliterated.
official title is Engine Room Gremlin. I actually sleep behind the warp core in a hammock.
Yeah.
Warp core lurking.
And every 30 minutes we have to pull
At
in.
least you've got a hammock anyway.
I'll tell you what, we don't ever have to work on a ship called the USS Gremlin because that shit is just not going to work.
No. Particularly if it gets wet.
Yes. Well, no, you don't want to make me wet either. I have tentacles. You know, I am a flurkin. Remember this. Don't forget this. You know, I'm dangerous.
I identify as a flurkin. That's good.
I am a flurkin.
Immersion. Yeah, there is. There's a big red switch in the corner. Yeah.
Turn
I
on.
just see the crew of the USS Immersion. They're floating in space. Going, shit, forgot the immersion.
That's it. That's why we always have to go back.
No, it's a high priority message from Starfleet Command. Did you turn off the immersion before you left?
Oh, lads. You've been writing a bit of script, actually, haven't you? Or you were?
Yeah, well, Jono seems to be doing.
I lost it, but I've recently just found it again. I'm going to have to start back into it.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be great.
It was on my Dropbox for a while, and then it just disappeared along with other stuff. So
it fell into the ether.
We'll find it again.
Did you throw it into the void again? What did I tell you about throwing your stuff into the void, Zop?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't me. I just tried turning the inside of our little ship into the huge, big open space that Discovery has for their turbo lifts.
Oh, yes.
I told you we're a TARDIS.
I'm just setting Marcus off.
Cheers.
Well, I have to say, I watched that, Jonathan, today, the Star Trek Adventures, and well done. That was an epic adventure, and well done on everybody making it to the bridge.
Yeah. Well done, guys.
That was fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Can't wait until to see the next one now.
Next Sunday, yeah.
That'll be next Sunday.
I'm still questioning why you would let Boimler out, but that's that's another day's adventure.
Because the dice told him to.
I'm not bringing dice to Spec Ops. I don't care. Even
roll to get him out.
You should get him a pair of them fairy dice and tie them around his neck.
You could have a big cardboard dice, you know. Just put the cardboard and glue them together and have the numbers on it. And you just roll it in front of him.
Just tie it up in his neck.
No, he's not getting out, even if the dice says so. Yes, Michael.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we always speak different
Different accents.
it usually tends to short out about halfway through the conversation. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
what's going on here?
What did I walk into again?
Especially when we get the slang going and somebody says, I will, yeah. Subtitle, this means no.
Human in this crew.
It's the same in Cork. Yeah.
That's right. You, Michael, we're not all human on this ship, please.
No, we're not. Some of us are from Cork.
Like, Lee's an android.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Android, I'm a Flurkin. Jerry's a Corkonian. So is Craig.
There's a boy in there.
I'm just a chaos coordinator.
There's a team night. We should actually dress up as our our Trek selves. Like, I'll actually be a Flurkin. I'll dress up as a Flurkin somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'll do it.
Track self night. Track selfie night.
Actual selves. Like, to have a good think about who you really are on the ship. Are you really human? Maybe you're not human. Maybe you're something else. Maybe you're not. Think about who you would want on the ship.
Maybe you're a Cardi. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're a Cardi.
No, I'm definitely a Flurkin. I'm going to order those. Do you ever see the tentacle fingers you can get on Amazon? I'm going to order those and have one hanging out my mouth. Just be like.
That could be difficult talking, though, Nikki.
That won't stop her.
Just go the whole night with the Tesseract in your mouth.
Or every so often you get these little ones.
A little glowy thing coming out and she leaves them all behind her. We know she's been here. Oh my God.
So Marcus can be a Romulan, look. So, there he is. He's cloaked.
Marcus is the Romulan, he's cloaked.
Personal cloaking device.
I'm going to get my ears.
Jerry, you're a bicardi. Jonathan, you're a ticket.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, I don't know what they ever thought.
Jerry, you have to design what the Corkonians look like.
Oh, I know exactly what it is.
Red.
Yeah, these are red. Red.
You know what I mean? To really see what you probably to see what the Corkonians really look like, you probably need
Kim Kardashian as a Kardashian.
Oh, God.
Keeping up with the Kardashians, bye.
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Keeping up with the cardigans.
This is vibe.
When we're doing our webisodes, that could be a little interlude or like an ad break.
Yeah.
Coming up next week on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And then Kim and Kanye.
And then you could do an episode of Keeping Up with the Cardigans, and there's a bunch of Starfleet offers walking through Dunn stores looking at all the.
It has to be pennies.
It'd have to be pennies, though.
I'm have to be pennies, you're dead right.
Wouldn't them get lost in the laundry section like that episode of Francis?
And if the checkpoints are still going, it's essential we're movie people.
Oh, yeah. We're filming.
Scenes.
We're going in our uniforms. Yep. That's all we have to do is say, we're extras.
We're going to Cork to film scenes for our new show.
Yeah.
You know the rules, right?
I was a director, so, you know.
As an in-joke, we'll have Marcus lost in the lingerie section since he's the thread joke.
Yeah, because he'd be wearing his police uniform.
Just Marcus up in some sort of like, really rebel type outfit with a big placard saying "Power to the people."
No, a Star Trek Discovery T-shirt.
Yeah.
Mutiny.
Never mind.
I think guy, best show ever.
I think Marcus, you should never see Marcus in an episode. All you ever see is his signs.
Yeah.
That's what he has his banners.
Wilson in that house. What was that show?
It's Home Improvement.
Home Improvement. All you see is
that's all his name. I never saw on top of his head.
Yeah, Marcus at the back of the bridge holding the sign up behind somebody's head.
There you go, Sharon. Well done.
Careful now.
Yeah.
Somebody said something risque, and just Marcus Holton was like, "Careful now, careful now."
Yeah. We would have red alerts now. We just have Marcus going over. Careful now. Careful now. Careful now.
Yeah. Marcus lost in the lingerie section looking for his Romulan long johns.
Robbie Long Johns.
Robbie Long Johns.
Oh my
Don't
Lord.
that sort of thing.
Oh, Jonathan.
Say that 3 times
Series,
fast.
if it ever happens, it's going to be the funniest thing on YouTube. I swear to God.
It's like, seriously, like, this is what we do. This is what Saturday nights are. Well, most Wednesday nights too. But, I mean, this is what Saturday nights definitely are. And this is what I love about Q Forward. It's like, you come in, you've had whatever has happened in your real life, but your face does be aching from laughing by the time you're finished.
Yeah, my side is aching at the moment.
Yeah, my cheeks are sore again, and I've only just gotten over last night because it was actually.
Oh God, last night was
That's what
What we need is Marcus with a "we are not amused" sign. Yeah.
Yeah, we were so amused.
Marcus is just silent, but he just has signs. Yeah, careful now. Careful now.
Like the what that film Love Actually is it? Where
No, yeah.
Yeah, with those signs, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he has one of those writer's boards, the little boards.
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
whiteboard pen.
Yeah.
No.
And you can actually imagine, like, everybody has their unique personality on Q Forward, and it's only as we've gotten to know each other that each of these personalities have come to a fore.
Yeah.
So
there are 4 personalities.
There are 5 personalities, not 4.
I love it. You see, you get away with nothing here. Absolutely nothing in Q Forward. Exactly. But,
we take no prisoners.
This is what I love about him, because no matter how much I thought I knew about everybody before Q Forward started, I've learned a heck of a lot more about whose phone's going off. How dare they?
Mine.
Who do not? Put their phone away.
Put their phone away. But these are things you can't unlearn. And these are things that you would take with you going forward, going into the real world. So, I mean, even though we are, fingers crossed, hoping we'll get out shooting in April with the Banshees, and, you know, fingers crossed and everything crossed. And then in May and June, we're hoping that we might actually get out to meet in groups again, and that we might slowly start to build up to a point where we'll actually get back to normal.
Yes.
We're still going to take all these things that we've learned with us, about each other, about ourselves, and about this wonderful ship that we are a part of. Because we've also done challenges as well, like the
I miss those.
The Academy challenges. Now, as soon as the Academy is up, like I know the Academy is working at the moment, but as soon as the database is working and everything, we'll all start to see the results of those. Because every so often we'll set up a challenge on Q Forward and invite people to, you know, do courses just for pleasure, not because you want to attain an extra rank or whatever, but for pleasure, because there's a lot of courses that have been designed purely to test your knowledge on things that you like and things you're interested in. Like there is a Blake 7 college, there is the Hocus Pocus college, there's
a Star Trek Online one.
There's so many things, and unless you go in and explore that, you're never going to find out. So we do it in the context of a little challenge. And that's where the walking challenge from the RC came in as well. Zap kindly volunteered to track our steps. And as you can see, like, everybody was on board in Q Forward and everything else, and the Cuchulain, and, you know, it's an amazing challenge. But when the RC ended the challenge, we decided to keep going.
Yeah.
We're still going.
Can I do a major shout out to Michael Nolan and Tara Cools actually for their amazing contributions over the last 2 months?
Listening, guys, well done.
So motivational. They literally have. They have motivated so many people, and literally those challenges. The medals that they're getting and everything, and how much walking they're doing. I mean, that is fantastic. And again, that is, that's part of Q Forward, and part of being part of the ship and passing it on and being a part of something bigger than yourself. And that's what I love about the whole thing, and that's what I see us taking forward. We'll always be doing something like that.
Yeah.
And even in our darkest days, we do have each other to lean on, and we are part of something bigger. So I'm hoping now that we keep going with the step challenge as well in the background. Poor Zap, you don't know what you volunteered for.
I'm not doing that, and I just put the numbers in, and the spreadsheet does all the work.
That's brilliant.
Because I just go beep, bop, boop, and the computer goes beep.
I'm glad though, because it's great though to see everybody getting out, especially now that the weather's getting, a bit better.
Yeah.
I probably
can't wait now for long evenings.
So far this month, we've a collective 1.6 million steps.
Wow.
So far, and last month we had a total of 3.1 million between everybody.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
It's fantastic. For a ship that can't actually get together physically.
Yeah, we could go on forever, but we're at 2.5 hours, so
yeah, I'm having a lunch in the morning. I have to work in the morning.
Well, you don't know.
The Excel charts are supposed to last about an hour, and I don't think we've ever.
No, but sure.
No,
we just took over as usual, Frank. Sorry.
Yeah,
it's the Irish. Just one more.
This is what happens when you let you forward onto the Exo chats.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it, guys, because I need to get everything taken down and put my work stuff back up. So,
lunch.
all of you for joining me. It was a really, really entertaining chat about Q Forward, and basically about I have, John. I was streamed for about 5 hours.
No, that's fair.
Jeez, that must be a record, Frank.
Yeah, I know. It's absolutely.
We're just now talking.
At this stage, but but this has been really fun, and it kind of demonstrates exactly what Q Forward is all about, and what being a part of the Cuchulain is all about as well. So, I'm going to wrap it up by just saying thank you so much to Anne for getting the whole thing kicked off, and to everyone else for being a part of it, and long may it continue, and we'll see you at the next one. So, Nikki, Andy, Gary, and Andrew, thank you so much for being a part of this.
Problem.
It was a great bit of crack.
Thanks for having us, Frank.
Thanks for having us.
So much.
Thanks for having us.
No problem.
Everybody.
Everyone. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Good night.